Ooh, that's a bad angle. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is probably my most requested video ever since I uploaded my showcase and prepping for showcase vlogs for cheer. This has been one of the most requested videos I think I have gotten to this day, and that is how I make all of the team gifts, specifically how I made the jerseys, which the way that I'm making these gifts is the same way that I made the jerseys. It's how I make the team gifts, what I use to make the team gifts, literally all about how I make everything. In this video, this is gonna be kind of a week and a half to 2 week long process. Making and prepping the team gifts, it takes months. So it's not something that I can just do overnight. For Jam Fest, we decided that our gift to the team is gonna be hoodies and these jogger sweatpants. Hoodies and sweatpants were actually purchased on Black Friday. That is when all the sales are happening. That is typically when I buy the bulk of stuff that I do for the team, and then throughout the season, people will contribute, obviously people will help contribute financially or, whatever. It'll go towards extra things that we see along the season to oh, let's also get a tank top then, and oh, if you want to pay for this, that kind of stuff. I make all of the clothes because I have the equipment to make all the clothes. So I use a Cricut machine and a heat press. If you're wondering exactly how I make the clothes because you want to make stuff for your teams or you want to do stuff the same way that I do it, I'm not gonna lie, a Cricut machine and a heat press are required. Or honestly, you don't really need a heat press, you can just iron it, because that's what I did my first year doing it. It takes a lot more work and time, but it's possible. But I definitely could not do any of this if I did not have a Cricut machine. So that's number one. Number two, researching and finding the clothes is probably one of the hardest parts. I try to find everything kind of at a discount because, let's be honest, I'm in college. I don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to spend on these clothes. My mom is also really, really good at finding things at a discount, specifically why we purchase a lot of stuff on Black Friday. Some of my favorite websites to use are LN Canvas, Jiffy Shirts, Gildan, all those kinds of things. Also really, really love to use Forever 21 because they have stuff in the women's and men's, especially with girls sports bras and stuff. That's where you can find a lot of super cute sports bras. They always have sales going on. Their deals are amazing. So yeah, Forever 21 is also a pretty good site. The joggers that we are doing for the team, actually the jogger sweatpants, are from Kohl's. So literally it's not one specific place. I do have my go-to websites, are some random ones that we'll find that just in searching sweatpants or joggers, it's oh, we found these, and it's oh my god, those are amazing, great price, whatever. I have the box of hoodies right here, and they are, I think the brand is Independent Trading Company. So literally my mom found both of these. I cannot take any credit for finding these because she literally found them, showed them to me, and I was oh my god, they're a great price to do it. That's number one, is finding the clothes. Definitely give yourself enough time to research it, find this stuff, order it. Honestly, there have been so many times, it happened with these joggers and sweatpants, that we'll place an order, they'll come in the mail, I'll try one on and I'll look at it, and I will literally look at myself in the mirror and think, the team is not gonna like these, or okay, these are a go. Number two, coming up with a design. There is no one set way to come up with a design. The creative process and the designing part of it is my favorite part because I have a lot of fun with that, and normally 9 out of 10 times I have a specific vision for what I see on that piece of clothing. I will go on the Cricut machine with my mom and we'll kind of play around with it, see what works, see what doesn't. If we wanted to do something theme related, so we'll look up stuff that is based off of our theme, and if we find it on internet, on clipart or whatever, we'll kind of copy that, paste it into the Cricut machine, and kind of play around with it. 9 out of 10 times I try to keep things to a very black, white, gray, silver type of theme because those are the colors for 005. I am not gonna lie, the designing process is probably the most stressful and difficult part. It's not just I come up with a design and that's it. There is normally 3 or 4 designs that we'll come up with, each one completely different. Once it's finalized to the way that I feel that's as best as we can get it, take it to the coaches because everything has to get approved 100%. I can't just print stuff out. We'll take it to the coach to get approved. Sometimes they'll just be oh my god, yeah, that's awesome, go for it. Sometimes they'll say, I think we can do better, or sometimes they have their own things in mind and it's okay, tell me what you want and I'll do it. There are very few times that I'll come out with a design and I think, oh my god, I'm obsessed with that, let's do it. There are times when I know and there are times when I just don't. Hoodies especially were one of the more difficult things because I was so particular, and I was this needs to be perfect, and I just I was so up in the air about it the entire time. I was I don't know if they would like this better, I don't know if they would like this better, I don't know if they would like this better, I don't know. Sometimes I'll reach out, to the rest of the team, I'll be what do you guys think? Do you want this or do you want that? But I love when they're surprised too, because just seeing the look on everybody's faces when they open it is just amazing, and it warms my heart, especially when they really like it. Talk to the coaches, get some back and forth, figure out if the team wants more of a normal, a simple, a more crazy kind of concept. So that takes a solid week and a half alone, just finalizing a design. Next is probably cutting out and vinyling and wheedling everything. So the Cricut machine, that takes a lot of time. Probably a solid like day or two of just wheedling and wheedling it out. Literally just wheedling all the vinyl. And it's a lot, especially if you do multiple colors, multiple layers. Could take a lot of time. Then it's heat pressing. Now, this part will literally just lay the clothes out onto the heat press machine, the vinyl exactly where it needs to be. You press it. If there's multiple layers, multiple colors, we'll put the first layer down, press it, take off the transfer sheet. Take our next layer, put it over top that first layer, press it down, take that one off, get our next layer, place it down over that, press it down, and it continues until there are no more layers left. This is where it can take weeks to finish these pieces of clothing, because the more intricate the design, the longer it's gonna take to press, the longer it's gonna take to wheedle, the longer it's gonna take to package, all of that kind of stuff. It just takes so long, and it's so tedious, but at the end of the day, it's really worth it. Okay guys, so it is currently Tuesday. It's the Tuesday before our Wednesday practice when I have to give out all of the team gifts. So right now, it looks like we've got all of the hoodies done, all of the pants done, and we've done a few of the jerseys for like the newer people that just came to the team. We've got the small hoodies here, mediums, larges. They look so good, you guys. Here we've got the jersey. We got 2 more jerseys over there. And here we have a sports bra. Something that happens pretty often when we're making the team gifts is that last minute we'll end up adding something to the amount of gifts that like we're giving. So for example, for this competition, we realized that we didn't have enough team tank tops. Last time I gave out tank tops at the beginning of the season, and we've got new people since then that don't have the tank tops, and we couldn't find the exact same tanks and sports bras and stuff like that. So we ended up like having everybody pitch in for tank tops, and the girls each like pitched in for their own sports bras. Now we have to make them. The only problem is it gets a little stressful because we ordered the sports bras through Amazon Prime to arrive by Tuesday, and same with the tank tops. We ordered the tank tops on a website. It's supposed to arrive by Tuesday, but it looks like there's a chance they might be arriving Wednesday, like by the end of the day, and I have to give out everything on Wednesday. So we're a little stressed out, but I feel like it'll be okay. Like we'll make it work. Obviously, like worst case, I can just take the tank tops with me and give them out when we get to the competition, because I mean, what else am I gonna do? What we're gonna do right now is put together these boxes to put everything in. We have 30 to put together. So we're gonna start on that. Last step would probably be packaging. I'm a huge packaging person. I think that packaging can make or break a product. These are all the boxes that we have to literally just fold up and make. They're actually cake boxes, but I think that they're gonna like really fit the bill. It's packaged super nicely and neatly, and whatever kind of gives off a different impression. So that's something that's super important to me. Art is like that. It's also an extra step that you probably don't need to take. That's really up to you, your preference, if you want to spend that extra time and dedication into packaging it, or if you don't. Basically, this is the finished product of how the box is all wrapped and everything. Just took 2 pieces of yarn, one gray and one black, and just literally started on one side and just kept wrapping it around one way and then around the other way, and tied them in the center just in a normal bow like that. This is what the bottom looks like if you wanted to see that. It was literally just wrapped around one way, tied, and then wrapped around the other way and tied, and then we tied the bag tags through them. Finally, one of the last things that I actually think is most important, well, not the most important, but I think it's one of the more important things, is the bag tags. I will normally give out a bag tag with every single team gift. It's not because I'm obsessed with bag tags. It's specifically to label everything for everyone, because there are so many people and I can't keep track of the sizes in my head. I'll literally put a bag tag in with everything. I'll just have each person's name on it, like Sophia, you know, whatever. Like it'll literally have every person's name inside the bag of who this is for, because I'm gonna do the bag tag with each person's name on it. Have a little bit more fun with the bag tag, and I'm like, oh well, let me make it more specific to this competition, or like whatever our team is like loving at the moment, like make it fun, you know, so that way they also can put it on their backpacks and, you know, have some representation on their bags, you know, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I will just pack everything up into my car, take it to the last practice that we have before we leave for competition, and hope that everybody likes it. I do have to give a super big shout out to Holly, especially with these hoodies and sweatpants, because she helped out a lot with the contributions for it. So thank you, Holly, so much. This literally would not have been able to get done without you. Yeah, that is pretty much it in terms of how I make all of the team gifts. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I answered a lot of your questions, and if I didn't, I'm so sorry. If you have any more questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. This is not the last time I'll be doing team gifts. I will be doing them again for NCA and UCA and all those kinds of things. If there's anything that I didn't cover in this specific video that you would like me to still cover, let me know, and I can definitely put that into videos for like being for NCA, UCA, and like all those other competitions. It's just such a highly requested video that I felt like I needed to dedicate an entire video to just explaining all of this. I will say a lot of it comes from knowing how to use the Cricut machine. I'm not completely perfectly understanding of how to use a Cricut machine, but there are so many videos on YouTube. This is how me and my mom learned. Just look up different videos on YouTube of how to, you know, use the Cricut, how to transfer this, how to copy paste that, how to do that, like all that kind of stuff. Once you start using it, more interactions you have with it, the easier it becomes. A lot of it is just like trial and error, figuring stuff out. Like that's how we learn. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it answered some of your questions. By the time you're watching this, we'll either be on our way to Jam Fest or at Jam Fest or something like that. So yeah, okay. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you probably in my Jam Fest vlog next, or my getting ready, whatever. So yeah, okay, there's this.